welcome to another episode of the program, The Patriot, right here on television Nigerian. My name is Cynthia, and of course you know what Patriot is all about, bringing to your doorstep, to your TV, all of those patriotic activities of Nigerians right here in Nigeria. And of course today I have someone who's talking about that with us, and the topic for today is unemployment. Talking about the Nigerian youth, now unemployment and the Nigerian youth. And I have Mrs. Fumilayo Amunega Ajayi, who is the Managing Director of BFL Microfinance Bank and also Shape Ideas Project Limited. And she's also a philanthropist and advocate for UNESCO TAP project. Let's get to meet her. Alright, so I have with me Mrs. Fumilayo Amunega Ajayi, who is the Managing Director of BFL Microfinance Bank and also Shape Ideas Project Limited. She's also a philanthropist and advocate for UNESCO TAP project. Pleased to meet you, ma'am.
It's nice meeting you.
You're very happy to meet me.
I'm happy to meet you.
I like that smile. All right, so we're talking about unemployment of Nigerian youth, basically. And I know that you were once a young person. Like I told you out of this camera, I said you're in between young and old. But I'm the young person here. That's good, that's good. All right, so let's talk about unemployment generally in Nigeria. What's your take on that?
Unemployment, as the economist would say, is a situation of someone actively looking for employment and not getting one at that particular time. So to the economist, unemployment means a lot. They are looking for work to do, but they are not getting the kind of work to do, and it is broken down into different terms. You have voluntary unemployment, you have involuntary unemployment, and the voluntary unemployment could also be part of the natural unemployment, which means could be frictional unemployment or structural unemployment. Now you're looking at the frictional unemployment. Maybe somebody was fired, is now sent back to the position of looking for a job, or a new graduate from school doesn't have an experience and is looking for a job. Then you also have situation where you have maybe new mothers who just give birth to babies and they want to go back. They have to go back to work. These are kind of unemployment to the economists, which they call the frictional unemployment. But when you look at the structural unemployment, you're talking about people that they are skilled jobs, but they don't have the skill to do that kind of job. For instance, maybe technology upgradement in an organization, whereby you have people, maybe, let me give you an instance. In the construction world, you notice that manually you do excavation, but now you have excavators. When you were doing the job manually, you had so many people to do the job. Now you have an excavator to do the job. You don't need so many people to do that job. So you have to train some people to man the equipment. Mm-hmm. You understand? So now those people that we have laid off, they are outdated. They need to upgrade themselves. They are now placed in the unemployment market.
Okay, so let us come back home, because someone might be wondering, I did not study economy, so I personally may not know what the economists think about unemployment, but let's bring it down to the Nigerian level. When a person is unemployed, a young person out of school, the person asking himself, I have done the basic, which is to finish school, like they said, and when I'm done with school, I have a job waiting for me, but that's not the case in Nigeria, if we want to be realistic right now. And so we have thousands of young people graduate every single, annually and all of that, but there is still no job. So what do you think is the cause of this? Is it that the government is not doing enough, or we don't have people who are qualified for the jobs available?
I'll take that question in two forms.
Okay, all right.
From school, these days you find out that there's a course called entrepreneurship.
Okay.
This is to prepare students, young graduates, that, okay, you don't just have to wait for a white collar job. You can do something on your own. Now, on the other part of the question which you raised is that you don't have to wait for the government to do everything. Each and every one of us can do something to help the young ones come up. You know, the youths are assets.
Exactly.
You need to polish them, and they are our future for tomorrow. It's what we want to see tomorrow that we will see in them when we start from now.
True.
So you need to keep training them. Because they went to school does not mean they have all the experience to come out to work. But you give them the opportunity to learn while on the job, not in the classroom now, but while on the job, you give them opportunity, you train them to manage resources, to manage whatever it is they've been given, and even their time.
Okay. All right. So now, something very dicey before we move on to, because I know that you're doing something, pertaining to young people. But before we go into that, which will be much later, now, if young people have to come out of school and still do some training and still become entrepreneurs, then what is the essence of going to school? Why not just go to a vocational class and come out and be an entrepreneur?
When you go to school, you're not just learning a particular job. When you're doing a vocational job, you learn just everything on that particular job. But when you go
And
to
become
school,
a perfect person in it.
yes, you're perfect on that particular job. But when you have gone to a university or even a polytechnic, you are vast. You are trained in so many areas, not just one area.
Okay, imagine a young person spends so much money from year one to final year, and then he or she is done, and there is no job because he or she does not have the necessary skills for a business or for the particular job that he or she is seeing, and still have to go through other trainings. So don't you think that that part needs to be reviewed in Nigeria to benefit the young people?
I think everybody should, personally, on my own opinion,
Okay.
we should be trained to have something special that we can do. We all have our talents. We should know how to manage what we have. We have, each and every one of us have an idea of creativity, and there is actually something you're comfortable doing.
True.
That thing that you're comfortable doing is what you should build up, and possibly it's needed by the society around you.
Okay.
So even when you go to school, you should bring up that creativity in you. The youths have it. We all have it.
All right, so the program is still the Patriot right here on television land. And we're going on a very short break, and when we come back, we get to talk about Mrs. Fumilayo's TAP project, and of course talk about other things that she has been doing for the young people. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Welcome back. The program is still the Patriot right here on television, and my name is Cynthia. But of course, I still have my guest with me in the studio, the person of Mrs. Fumilayo Amuniga Ajay, who is the managing director of BFL Microfinance Bank, and also Shape Ideas Project Limited, and she's a philanthropist, advocate for UNESCO TAP project. I'll be talking about unemployment of the Nigerian youth. All right, so Ma, I know you needed that break. Yes. All right, so let's talk about you now. I know that you've been doing a couple of things, for young people, training them and making sure that they get the desired skills to be able to live up to expectation in the outside world. Let's get to hear about that.
On the UNESCO TAP project,
Okay?
the UNESCO TAP project is a 10-year national youth development program to develop the youth and to build them up on their own so that they can live successfully, or they can even meet up to their own basic needs. Okay? Now, to the way we have been helping them, in my own little way, is in the bank. When we employ them, we train them. You know, it's not everybody who studied banking and finance,
True.
accounting, economics, and all that. But sometimes when you're going for recruitment, you meet people who are willing to learn. It costs you more. That is the sacrifice. It costs you more to train them to become a better person. They came to look for, just something
Something to do.
to do. But when they get there, you now train them on banking and finance, you train them on economics, you train them on how to manage customers. Then on the skill part, like on sites where you have people that need to do construction job, you can train them on as masons, you can train them as carpenters, iron benders, and all that. You give them the basic education on how to manage that vocation.
These ones, are they graduates or non-graduates?
They are non-graduates.
Okay.
But the ones in the bank are graduates.
Okay, but isn't it dicey for you to take in people who did not study microfinance? Did not study banking and finance.
Yeah.
People who didn't study accounting or any of that, and then bringing them to train them. How about those who studied this course? Why not take this one and just brush them up?
Recently, I found out that even those who studied banking and finance don't even know what they did in school.
Okay.
Some of them just went to school to pass their exams, so they don't even know the rudiments of banking. They don't even know how to fill a check.
Wow.
So you have to train them on every step of the way. This is life training.
So that brings us back to me when I said that if you want to do this, just study this instead of going to something. Now you get to understand why I said instead of letting this Nigerian youth, just go and study a course and waste 4 years, because now the burden is on you guys to train these people like you are in the university again.
Yeah, we train them. It's a burden actually, and we train them to manage the job you have given to them to do.
That's patriotic.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was allowed to believe it, because it's not easy teaching someone something that you expect the person to already know.
No, you're teaching them what they don't know, so that they will know how to use that opportunity, or to use that knowledge to manage the job you have given to them. And you find out that most of the time, those people you have trained, they stay longer with you.
True.
And they grow. They want to grow. They don't just want to job. They don't just want to do the job. Some people will tell you, I want to manage this job. That's not the kind of person you want. You want somebody who is going to stay with you and learn, like mentoring the person to become a success.
I must say, I wanted to say I don't envy you, but in a way, I must say it's a good one. That is you being very, very patriotic.
Thank you.
All right, so how about someone like me? Is there any space for someone like me to come and apply so you can teach me?
To do what?
Perhaps. What can I do?
You're doing well in your job.
You tell me what I can do.
In the bank,
yes,
or in the site?
No, in the bank. No, in the bank.
You want the white collar job?
No. I must say, it's really, so I'm aware that you are also a philanthropist. So how has it been so far? Like, is it just all about you, or you have people who are also assisting, some sponsorship from somewhere? Someone knows any added support?
For now, there is no added support from anybody. We're trying to encourage everybody. If you do your little part, I do my part, you get a better Nigeria, or you get a better nation. Now, the UNESCO TAP project, as a philanthropist in that program, is to help people and make the people that are willing to work or willing to learn to have opportunity to be trained. So we come in here in the project, there's a project whereby there's opportunity given to people who want to learn how to do something, but they don't have the opportunity. They can't even be trained. They don't know where to go to. Now, in this UNESCO TAP project, there's an opportunity for people to be trained. So those ones who come out to be trained, we train them and teach them how to become better in what they want to do.
Okay, all right. I must say it's really, really been fun talking to you and enlightening, informative talking to you right here on the program.
Thank
Is there
you.
anything you want to say to the young people out there in terms of just staying idle because there is no job that have been provided by the government? Is there anything, one last word you just want to say?
The youth to me are assets for tomorrow, and they have a lot of creativity, they have a lot of opportunity, they have a lot of things, so they should not look down first on themselves. They should stand up and do something. They should not depend only on the government. And on the UNESCO TAP project, where I'm looking at it that other stakeholders should come up and support the cause to train young people so that we have a better tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much right
Thank
there.
you.
I must say it's been nice talking to Mrs. Fumilayo Amunega Ajay, who is the managing director of Bethel Microfinance Bank, and she is a Shepherdess Project Limited and also a philanthropist advocate for the UNESCO TAP project. The program has been the Patriot right here on television Nigeria. Until you come your way to have yourself a wonderful time. And do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a wonderful day.